a woman who suffocates her boyfriend, admits she did it. She wants her hair and makeup for the trial. Put up the picture for a mask. According to Atlanta Black Star, Sarah Boone, a Florida woman, was accused of zipping her boyfriend, Jorge Torres, into a suitcase and leaving him there to suffocate, is preparing to stand trial for his murder. This is going down next week. Boone was charged with second-degree murder for the death of the 42-year-old. This happened back in 2020. Her trial is expected to start next week after the state deals with Hurricane Milton. Owens is expected to make a self-defense argument for Boone, arguing that his client suffers from battered spouse syndrome. Boone told detectives that she and Torres were drinking wine while playing hide and seek in their Winter Park home on February 24th, 2020, and decided it would be funny to zip Torres in a suitcase. So far you have he's consenting to this because he thinks it's a joke, according to her. Boone says she zipped the suitcase up, but left enough space for Torres to stick a couple of his fingers out. She says she decided to go to bed, believing that Torres could get out of the suitcase on his own. Now, she says when she woke up the next morning, she found Torres's body inside of the suitcase where she left it, even though she told law enforcement that she never meant to leave him there. Investigators later discovered videos on Miss Boone's phone that showed Torres pleading for Boone to release him, and then she accused him of cheating. That's called motive. Motive, opportunity, and Boone, Miss Boone, you recorded yourself. Let me read the transcript. The video goes, Sarah, I can't effing breathe. Yeah, that's what you do when you choke me, Boone responded in the video. Sarah, Torres said, Sarah, I can't breathe, babe. That's on you. She responded. That's what I feel like when you cheat on me, she said later in the video. Please, Sarah, Torres said. Shh. Boone responded. The 46-year-old's trial has been subjected to several delays, partly because she switched attorneys multiple times. Her now ninth attorney, James Owens, filed a motion requesting Boone be allowed to wear civilian clothing and have her hair styled and makeup done each day of the trial. Quote, I just think it's just part of a fair trial, Owens argued during motions hearing on Monday. Let's put up the judge. So the judge that has this case in Florida, his name is Michael Krynick. Michael pointed out some challenges with the motion, noting that a previous case Owens cited the argument doesn't specifically address beautification in court. So, the other problem is that it's contraband, the judge added. That stuff's not even purchasable at the commissary jail. Any makeup, anything along those lines, which would make it contraband instead of an item that she could actually use. Owens argued that he would have a legal team bring the cosmetics to apply inside or outside the courtroom with the judge's approval. There was no argument from state prosecutors. Quote, I've never heard of it happening. That doesn't mean it's not permissible, one prosecutor remarked. The judge was initially willing to grant the request as long as the makeup could be applied in the courtroom before trial proceedings began each morning. However, after speaking with an official from the Orange County Sheriff's Office, the judge denied the motion for cosmetics and hairstyling due to law enforcement concerns that the makeup could be considered contraband when Boone is returning to jail from court each day. He approved part of the motion for civilian clothing. Quote, the concern is if makeup is affixed, she's taken back downstairs and then taken back to the Orange County jail. They don't know if it's contraband. They don't know what's placed on her person, the judge said, end quote. All right, so a couple of things here. One, she admits to killing him. Okay, she says that it was her actions that led to his death. Her defense is they were playing around and she left enough room for him to get out. And she thought that he would be able to get out. So she goes to sleep. That's kind of her defense. The counter, obviously, is that she recorded him begging for his life and her telling him, well, here's why this is happening to you. And listen, I hope justice is served. If there's a problematic relationship, a problematic marriage, I highly encourage you, get out of it. Get out of it as best and as safe as you can. But in this case, a human being is dead. And the circumstances that surround the death obviously seem quite suspicious, given the fact that her first story counters the narrative that's on that cell phone. And who would record something like that? Why would you record something like that? Now we're getting into you creating a trophy for yourself, given the vengeance and vitriol that was said on that video. Now, let's go to the courtroom. Why is this part so important to the ninth defense attorney? Why is this important? Well, because the defense attorney understands that a jury trial is not about the facts only. It's about the persuasion. And he wants a really, really a big contrast. He wants a huge contrast between the narrative and the person the jury has in front of them. But it goes to show you how much visual factors play into a verdict, one way or the other. And we've seen this, Senator Turner, with lineups and everything else, that individuals are picked out based on how someone perceived them to be based on a picture. And then we've seen people go free based on the perception of who they were via their appearance. And so now you have an attorney fight a tooth and nail because that's really all he got. All right, thoughts?
Yeah, our human biases are real. I mean,
Yeah.
it really is, and they manifest in different ways. I mean, if they were going to allow her to do it, I guess they could take the makeup off before she went back down to the jail if they wanted to. Me, all this back and forth about contraband, not contraband, to me, it's a whole waste of personnel time. And I definitely hit the nail on the head in terms of why the defense attorney wants it. The point that she recorded herself being vengeful towards her mate. I mean, I don't know what the defense attorney, how he or she is gonna explain that away. And you are right. That's probably why he is fighting tooth and nail and the rest of the team on the defense to get her made up. Now, I think, Doc, you said they were playing hide and go seek. Is that what you said?
That's what she said. They were playing. Yeah.
I know this is like a little petty right now. Man is dead, but I'm just trying to understand. I thought when you play hide and go seek, that person is not supposed to know where you're hiding. So even that don't even add up. You locking a man in a suitcase and you know where he's hiding. None of this is making sense to me. And your point about getting out of relationships, and there are serious domestic violence.
Yes.
Women are victims more often, but we also know men are victim. Domestic violence can be both emotional and physical and or both. And sometimes, Doc, it's hard. I mean, given that she recorded this stuff and her seeking revenge on him, this is in a different kind of category. Not to say that she wasn't abused, but it is hard sometimes to get out of bad relationships.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you are right. You are right. And so naturally, we keep trying to bring light and encouragement and opportunity. If anybody is in an abusive relationship, if you happen to be an abuser, and you say that you love your spouse, you don't love them the way they deserve to be loved, and you know that. You need to get some help, okay? We're going to make sure that there's a 1-800 number in the profile of this video that you can call.